everyone. It's time for story today. All right. The story today is about insects, right? Remember. And we're going to see if there's someone in here that actually shouldn't be in here because he's not really an insect. So let's see. All right. What insect am I? Who's making that buzzing sound? Who makes a buzzing sound? I live in a hive and collect nectar from flowers to make honey. We use the honey to feed our babies. I normally mind my own business, but I could sting you if you scare me. Can you guess who I am? Who is that? Who makes a hive and can sting you? I think most of you know that pretty well because most of you have been stung by a bee. A few of you, I just gave away the answer, didn't I? A few of you have been stung here. All right, it is a honeybee, right? When I fly, my wings move so fast they make a buzzing sound. I spend most of my time finding food for our babies. Oh, sweet. And where do bees get their food from? What do they get out of? They get food out of the flowers. And what is this food called? Who knows? That's right, it's called pollen. Pollen. That's why there's so many more bees when the sun is shining, because the bees can only eat the pollen out of the flowers when the sun's shining, because when the sun's shining, the flowers open and they can get inside. You all know that. I've told you that before. Right, let's look at this. Whose spots are these? I'm a little beetle. You will often see me in your garden or in your home. Watch me crawl up your fingers, then open my wings and fly. Can you guess who I am? There he is. Not these things over here. Here he is sticking out here. You know. And you know because of his colors. What color is he? What colors does he have on his back? He has, that's right, red. And what color are his spots? Black. Right. Let's see. Who is it? Did you all guess? It's a ladybird. Well done if you got it right. My bright colors warn other animals that I taste bad. Ugh. So they had better not eat me. I like to feed on tiny garden pests called aphids. See those tiny little green things on the plants? That's what they eat. That's their food. Did you know that ladybirds taste yuck? And that's why they have those bright colors to warn all the other insects that want to eat them that they taste yuck, or birds or whoever else wants to eat them. Whose antlers are these? I use my antlers to fight other males over females to mate with. I look big and scary, but actually I'm harmless. Can you guess who I am? Not that, obviously, that's just a mouse. Who do these antlers belong to? It's not a very common animal creature. It's called a stag beetle. They are not antlers at all, but giant jaws. They look just like a stag's antlers. A stag is a male deer, a boy deer. So they use each other. Looks like they're fighting with them, yeah. But they actually use them, they say, to chew. Whose legs are those? Ooh, 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 ooh. I have a hairy body and 8 legs, which is not true. They don't all have hairy bodies. I live on the ground. I catch my prey by stalking them and then pouncing on them when I'm close. Can you guess who I am? Who has legs like this? Do you remember I showed you a picture of him this morning? That's right. Who got it right? It's a spider. And what kind of spider is it? Do you remember what it's called? It's called a tarantula. Well done if you remembered. Which is why I showed you a picture of him this morning to see if you remember. All right, remember we don't get tarantulas here, so don't need to worry. You're not going to find any in your bathroom. We get very small little spiders mainly. Sometimes we get some bigger ones. But you must never kill a spider, okay? Because they are doing good, just like all other insects. Bees, and also, just like all other insects. Remember what I said to you. Oh, actually, I'm going to ask you at the end. I'm not going to ask you now. All right. To kill my prey, I inject it with poison from my fangs. I usually eat insects, but I also hunt larger animals like lizards, frogs, or small snakes. Okay, so he does eat insects and small snakes. Right. Whose eyes are these? I'm a colorful flying insect. I live in gardens or anywhere with lots of flowers. I feed on nectar. Can you guess who I am? Who's this? Right, it's something, but it's not their eyes. It's a peacock butterfly. It's a butterfly. And those are not his eyes. Those are the patterns on his wings. Right, they are not real eyes at all, but markings on my wings. They scare birds away. They look like the markings on a peacock's tail. That's where I get my name from. So it looks like a peacock's tail, the blue circles, right? Very pretty butterflies, yeah. Right, I think this is the last one. Who's carrying those leaves? I use my jaws to cut out bits of leaf and carry them back to the nest. I'm not very big, but I can lift things much larger and heavier than me. Can you guess who I am? Where is he? I can't see him. I can't see him at all. Oh. All right, let's turn over. Oh, they're not in the picture. That's why I can't see them. I'm being silly Nunu. They're asking you who's carrying those heavy leaves. They don't show you a picture of them. And who carries leaves? Ants. Ants, right. The ants are carrying the leaves. Look at my huge jaws. I use them to cut up the leaves into smaller pieces. We carry the pieces back to our nest and use them for food. Ants can carry very, very heavy things. Right. Can you remember which insects we spoke about in the book? We spoke about, okay, let's say which animals we spoke about in the book. The first one, I'll give you a clue, was a buzzing sound. Right, bee. The next one was something with spots on it. Can you remember? A ladybird. Well done. The next one was the one with the big antlers that used them as, well, they weren't antlers, big things that looked like antlers that they used as jaws. Those were called stag beetles. That's a tricky one. And the next one was the one with the hairy legs. You remember him? Right, he was a spider, tarantula. And the next one was one that looked like he had eyes, but it was actually patterns on his wings. That was a butterfly, right? And the last one was one who carried heavy things, heavy leaves. Leaves aren't really heavy, but for an ant that's that big is pretty heavy. Right, and the last one was an ant. Now, can you tell me which one in the book was not an insect? Which one was not an insect? Who remembers? Maybe Mommy can help you. Do you remember, Mommy? That's right. It was the spider. The spider's not technically an insect. Why? Because he's got 2 body parts. Insects have got 3. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our story today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.